happy welcome abantu baitu bamanga murako. Happy Jamhuri Day. Na inde boigo buna twa promise ti oyo no yo mino Bernard Osoro. Oyo nira so mutandao na inde litukulia lero buna twa batebeti asomo yegoro monene litukulia lero. Kubwa kigima tigangire chinga kiechiko wa welcome mwensi ocha sein online live stream. Igo yanyarekana nga igonderese sabali lakini rende asengejo obwanje nimbwato ja sekyombe. Now I can do my work in go travel. Currently I'm in the car traveling to visit a friend or seletio muiboli oyenchi komo apole. Lakini na rasengejo mbaka ega sekyombe gendere. Asega baminto mogenda kondigere lya chinga kiechiga. Gangire chinga gichiko bagwera kamugo ja somoro obumuroberi kweri tukolia rero mogorobo botukobwa rero astochiko chaka first debates y'abantu bari bayitogosaya abarayi bachikora ekyombeke for the next 3 years ase igoti gambwera kam mwensi filaton kaitenga mwanyorire ndagira yabono magoroba bono muikaransete egera mudigererio moroberi obunochiko chaka kuromo chaka nomba komwelio asigo nige nirenga na omo na inche na ende no mogoko nga omurai bwo gochikorie kero kyo ba secretary oyo minto pifoni osoira se studio na ende buna mwarra omo chairman o electoral commission ya nyarga ko totebia igato tebinga omurai onde okorie kero ge koyo minto sakalia maroro tale konyara konyo ikerana asobotko bwalero asenge ni gabwate emission yende kose sabali endalo chwatendi lakini ndo promising ali tukolyankyo na chanyo libaga nere lyogo chagaiga egeranya rago twerera ayabwate na lya chikotokorere aya chikokorere gasi asama tukare go chimotuza se myaka 3 onye ga chikoegwa ali baga lyogo chikobo mo secretary asa igoli baga lyogo kuira chinga chintambe yande toyo minto mogeni bweli tukolya lero omurai bifoni goja se studio egera anyarega kagutukwania
tigangire libageri kubakwani mwensimbu ya mole ekiagera bono nashukuru sana esa konga libageri elinde nyare ko bagingo kwana n'abantu baito abaya bamanga na murako nebyerera elinde nyare ko bate byayumbwate aseganga ya nene yogo chase kyombeke geito elinde nyare ko batoge sukimotu ntarachaka nyanchere nyare mongi wete bole
bifoni ntoko igwete lakini rende gwachaka lyoka kirende mbia sengencho kwanyare ko goswanjo bya konyatinda kwaliga ni gocha somo kutano lakini ndi yangire chinga kiecho kwaliga ni welcome to our studio.
Asante sana.
Ndako to ligera lya kuruchinsi nyochonzi chense oyore na intwe no murai daktari bifoni miyogo bono gaga tubwaterete kuruchinsa mo cha Nairobi lakini are connected through a video link na inche kuruga gachinsa mo cha USA ase igo yo minto bifoni tigango ali bageli na indegero soe asembeo onyare ko totebia ningo eganga ya onereri ikyara rero ntumatenga utubwate amangana yo muchadara go set debates yogo ban asaba raibali ba bright ba beire ba bete pre qualified ase kero gerkyo ba secretary ase igo angwanyo le reporting na oyo moko contesta ya oyo minto sakaria dare konyara wikara na somo kutano le era sengencho yechi mission chinde chabeterereti lakini rende ono libageli ne liao nayo bwate keo lili tukolia lero chinse chichonse bono chicho kabe chiao egero nyara ko tumanya marietao odra to era history onke ige family yao then from there ogendre straight ko jago to bia amangana ao ngakimre berikyo bwate urore kero akore tumacho ko aba ligere ligo sawa members baja kubolia maswali na yegere oikeranie ko bairani lya machibi chama boli barabe bagotwara ase igo tigango eri bageli yo minto pifoni ochakire gapo.
I'm in a meeting, I'll call back kindly. Bear with me. All right. You can call Mama Chege. Just call her and ask whether we have a space for tomorrow. Or call her, just give her a call, okay? Bueno, thank you so much, Moraya. Soko, welcome. Personally, I want to say Paul Sana for having such calls. The reason why I have such calls is because actually I was also supposed to have transferred from Nairobi to Nakuru this day, but because of the love I have for the great people of Manga Murako diaspora, and that is the very reason to why I'm here today, tonight, actually, to give a dim light of what I intend to do for this welfare. First, allow me to introduce myself. Incheno mwano ino ase kenyoro kia Manga Murako. I have been raised and bred ase kenyoro geito kia Murako. Ndo mwano miyogo noyo miyogo ndo mwana miyogo na Jane kwamboka. I'm the fifth born. Actually, I'm the sixth born to a family of 7, whereby I have 4 sisters and 1 brother and 1 deceased. I know most of you don't know that I have a deceased brother. My elder brother actually called Mogaka. So, moving quickly to what we have a discussion today is that the ambitions I have for this welfare actually. Are you getting me, Bernard? If you are getting me,
before we are getting you loud and clear, wana mute mic yana saying enjoy
okay.
Movement yegali egere disturbance. Go ahead.
Abangi na wako na koboli na maybe to give them the history about myself. Having been born at Morocco,
Before tima tinga ekwende yao ya beira still tima tinongi wete. Before it looks like your internet is failing you.
Continue straight, then use the right 2 lanes to take exit 11 to merge onto I-610 south toward I-10 east.
Omurai before, can you refresh your gadget? Aba minto tigana ndetore gose internet ya before ni nyare ko korega sibije kya it looks like igo yang na way asiga aba minto kitomo ganyete tiga ikyara litukolia lero lyalenge lya before na sakalia ikyara njabona timbu atimanga na mange nda abatebye lakini nde ikera rura sera ini wono to korente story yoko bakibu busy egera togendera koganya torre gusana naira ne park egere achagere ko rwasi konyora ikire bono togo chaka konyantura kwana nyano go kwana batirenda abaminto timanyeti entonda abatebi kolende litko lyankyo ntukabwate meeting engabuneye ase our officials bari bago chikolike karugo kyobo treasurer bao chikocha ase mutandao na bari banyare gochikotoeresa igoro y'emipango babwate in case onye bachikoegwa ibaga lio chikongosa ekiombeka ase eke obisi yobo treasurer nabo igo obisi yao omo chairman edibeti yabo gere yaire tu wiki eriende gocha chitariki 19 igo please make an appointment egere linga kikegoika bitokanga 20 tayarishete egere toswe aso mutandao na koiwa mangana amange kurasa bara ya maito bado ninga nyeta yo mito pifon tara soa ya soka I think let's wait maybe kababa lemereria sometimes yamangana ye internet maybe estima we don't know yaroma ete namang'ana estima naro tari kumanyererwa na bera wakisi konmunere ase iga abaminto barekendera koremereria tigang'ire chinga kie chigoshauta indu chishauta tukiasa abaminto bachoiniri togendete kumuganya Irene Obiria nakororire oyo minto Aaron Nyakundi nore Agnes Kerubo ndoche naore Bernard Mekenye karibu sana Chairman Evans Nyona karibu sana wote anga watching from Amnesty Lodge Masakani campus na wote pamoja tuende umurai ito Chairman Electoral Commission umurai eno kugara naye nore ndoche you are watching tigandrenga ndoche before ni iranire tigangondro osini mo irani back before ni iranire lakini ma ekarakana abwate problem ya internet. It is wobbling. Kitoka nditoko kanyago senaso tiangendre ko ruchi shout out Richard Yotundo karibu sana. Alex Yogara karibu wote nga watching from Chucha City, Kiambu County. Miyogo urundikere hata abang'ane stima imeenda ana stima. Oh my god. Ono litukolia lero cha holiday tokwe kinga leo ndio siku tulipata ukombozi ni stima yama kutoende ngecheka mneye. Wow. Peter Nyachoti karibu sana, you are watching from Facebook. Benny Bernard Manua, we appreciate the chance to say hi to members. Mbiamono Bernard Manua tima I think a while later. Why want to get a wanja? Na tagete kabisa ochega igama tegere toko tiera ni amangana na mangana cha Korani kurua sole na ina mangwa cha Korani kurua sinde in case oyo mo itaja konyore kerogo lakini dende wono ita serpent ningo nyali baga ninko koreki ninko eli bagegeroche nayo to kwani mne chairman ya Electoral Commission ya authorize toliki chitaikanga isato to baegere na inu moto komo kwani aba members. Boigo okay before ni ao teba estima ya chire bono ntuma etinga kingo cha gokora backup ne reri bono ni tutara chi backup kere estima ya chire na ene computer lenge gotumia ne gwende ya yesimi yayo yange tepi ege computer nero yanja aba minto mbiamono mamwa lemereiri mamwa soira so bonge ndoche litukolia na libona aba members bamwete gocha se meeting ya lero bamura ngakito cha kokora. Okay, before you iranire thank you tigatore go second
asante sana pole for what has happened actually. I've never used my computer for 3 months now because of these busy schedules that I have in Nairobi and going back to Kisii. I think that's why it's misbehaving this tonight. But allow me to continue introducing myself actually.
Okay, continue.
Asante sana Ben. So, omwano inokorwarie kenyoroka gusi seitere morako potabori mate boikanga. Actually, after my primary school, ekarna achieta alinya is a boarding school. Mangana ya yechibes na makongu. Class 7 and class 8, I proceeded to Danya Primary School. Aliase Manga sub-county offices. Martin Sari nona asomete. Then from there, I proceeded to Western Kenya, where I went to Chesamis Boys High School. That time we were well known as the Western Babs of the Western Kenya. I schooled there from 2009 to 2012. 2013, I proceeded to the University of Eldoret, where I did my BSc in bachelor's degree in biochemistry. And later, I joined after my graduation in 2017, I actually joined in Nairobi and I started working in a pharmaceutical company where I've been working for all these 4 years. I thank God for having an opportunity for me to work in such an environment till to date. I therefore Tuyangire libageri rinene sana gotebia abanyakiombe bonsi ng'a oyo n'omwana oino ore tayari kubakorera egasi, ore tayari go summarize what he's going to do for the Ekiombe in 5 points. So allow me to begin by acknowledging that our welfare indeed is a welfare that has grown from scratch. I remember very well, I'm one of the members actually when when the welfare was being established. That time we were at Joska, and I remember very well that time we had no constitution. It was in 2019 actually, the month of July. I was seated there with other members who had like minds, who had visualized of what we really wanted to give back to our community. That time I remember very well, we had the interim officials being chosen by that time. And I want to appreciate that we have grown over time, that today actually we have a constitution that is really guiding us and giving us the principles of leadership that we really require in the 21st century. In the same spirit, actually, I want to recognize, now I've started giving my vision I have for this welfare. The first point is unity. I want to appreciate that the leadership which has been in position has been in a good position actually to ensure that we have the togetherness that we have been having in terms of ekerom echairman yaturangiri yatutebiringa kintu gyatokirega. We just come in and we ensure that we have done what the Constitution indeed wants us to do. And I can mention a few things that we have been in a good position actually to do. We have been in a good position to ensure that we have given our beloved a good send-off. By just doing that, it means that actually we have made a milestone in terms of what things that we really want for our community. But allow me to object that we have not achieved 100% of the unity that we really require. And that is the very reason to why Bivon today wants to step in as the Secretary General to be an icon for that unity that we really require in our community, so that we can be able to stand together to give a new breath to our welfare. That is the very reason to why I want to stand, because I really feel like there's
before ni sorry for interruption, but then nataka ko make a point iga. Can we mix kiagara nyonjo keretoko kwana kurandu riko genda ekenyamuriro sana esengenjo tumateke ombegito ekebwate oro HS igo esengenjo asengo nonyare kombenta tochenka
eke gusina kinganjete gento nganjete ma eke gusi
kamba chiko tebanga omwakwanete kenyamuriro gyoka ono ntoigweti nkyo gakwanete.
Asante sana, eke gusina kimanyete kabisa.
Okay, go ahead.
Ono ekerongo tebanga unity, yani obwamati negente kiya sana kerobora ase kenyoro. Na kyo geko onsuguma gocha ase e platform yeiga erinde nyare ko bagingo basegeta kabisa nga obwamati bolitu bwente gutwara buna abana baito bamanga na murako. Already we have achieved mokeigo but ibintu mbiroro tubwerete ko batowe suguma erinde tunyare ko batoko bikirania ekera twabikiranirie, we can be in a good position actually ko kore binte binge binene mono wetani bitwanyare to ko batokora so ase kepindi kikimyaka 3 kiaerire bono na kikiagara na kwaniranga amangana na mange twanyare ko batogwikirania ekera twanyare ko batokubweta na asa obwamo egente getanga ntwanyare ko batogwikirania nkerina ki twanyare ko ba togoika abantu ang'e bari banyare koba bagotwara obokong'u bogosirerigwa no bamwabo abwo ase oyomo obo ekiagera ekiombe nkianyarete koba gegotenena amo na inche nkanyara koba ginkoni omwaka ominto ase enchera ya amasikani bono ase eng'encho ya amasikani aywo ya ekiombe yabete koba gekong'a ase ekekero eki nanyorete koba ngosiria omwaka ominto na inche naki gekoba nsuguma ase obwamate obwo erinde nyare koba ginkoba the icon of obwamate obuya gochia ase abanto erinde nyare koba ginkobareta ase obwamo tonyare koba togosuka motu na barabwamo eki naki egento egetang'ani ndigereretie ase koreta ase welfare yaito egento gia kabere gegonsuguma mono ekero nachaka nateba buya nkanyara koba ginkoiborwa aria ase ekenyoro giaito kia Murako nkasoma Murako primary kirasi eyemo na kirasi ibere gongochi kogenda kirasi inye kirasi isano na kirasi isano nemo omwaka ominto akaminyokia aria esukuru ekorokwa nero Nyaisa boarding kero naikari Nyaisa boarding lakini ase eng'encho ya obotaka bwarenge ase enka yaito nkanyara koba gingwesuguma tokanyara koba togosoa ase esukuru ekorokwa Danya primary by that time in the year 2006 to 2008 ngikiagerete tukanyara koba togwesuguma igo ase eng'encho ya obotaka ng'a ntware konyara koba toko raise the required fees for us to finish from esukuru ekorokwa nero Nyaisa boarding ekiagera nginyorete mwaka 2006 actually fees yayabete koba geko increase from 11,000 to 17,000 and we were 3 of us korwa ase enka ya omwaka omiyogo tware gosoma ase boarding eyo ntwachi konyara koba toko raise the required fees ekanyara koba tokogenda ase esukuru ekorokwa nero Danya primary tware gwakana 6,000 ase omwaka oyo so but tenyarete koba gegonteneni ase ogokora kwane okuya nkanyara koba gingokora korwa nkagenda ase esukuru ekorokwa nero Chesamis Boys erare Western Kenya nkanyara koba gingoeta buya amatemwane ase form 4 nkanyara koba gingojoin university challenges nchiarenge ororo ekio ntatake mwana onde bwensi anyare koba gagwetera nainde naki ekekonyara koba gegonsukuma ng'aki ase eng'encho naikire konyora oborabu bwa amasomo na inche nabo ngona gwesuguma ngona goteba naki ekenyoro gesomete na ekenyoro gesikire sana naki gekogera ngwesuguma kabisa erinde in my first 100 days in office actually not even 100 just 60 days in office I'll ensure I'll push I'll work with other leaders to ensure that we have educational kitty that will cater for our kids erinde banyare koba bagosoma banyare koba omongozo mambi ase ekenyoro giaito kiagere eki naki egonsuguma mono ase oborayi oboiga moinyore buya sana ng'a ekenyoro gesomete egesikire mono apart from that ngonyora turi ng'abana mbarari ase ekenyoro babwate okuganisana the needy students. These needy students actually gento batakire ngeri naki banyorerwe fees basome buya banyare ko bakoimuka kenyoro giaito ekiagera ekernare kurigereria abana bari babiri bakogenda ase chi university omwaka oyo erete igoro nabana bwate umunguso ng'a enamba ya abana bari bagende university ya menta na kina kiekorete omugoko ase enkoro yane toba support erinde banyare goikerania okugani kwaba ase amasomo abo ekero nkorigereria ari esukuru yaito Murako primary na secondary we have done little as the people from the Kenyoro ekero ngotema korigereria ng'a ekero abagaka bari abakore ekero nkobomera ari Kenyoro bagontebi ng'a you know Murako nere arenge esukuru ntang'ani kabisa ande kanyara koba abantu abange ekero nkorigereria Nairobi na bari na abere ingo interact na barabwo one on one bagontebi ng'a Murako basomete and they are very successful people. It only requires a secretary general like me so that we can be able to formulate structures torosi umubango torore na kitoko konya abana baito. I believe nga if we have a positive deviation each year we can be able to say that we have assisted our community to achieve what they can be in a good position to achieve. In matters of education, again, thank you so much, Bwana Honorable Joshua Tora and Bwana Gideon. You target program ya bana kuragera school, of which is a good program actually. You know, when you motivate students, not only eating actually, you motivate them even giving them books. Ekaraba kodra matemu buja kwa ba sawadi kwa ba vitabu wa again to get 1 2 1 2 there. It can be in a good position actually to motivate them. I may be lacking resources today, but I believe through the office of the Secretary General, I can be in a good position actually to sit down, get a formula. This formula, we can source donations. I believe if we can be able to collect donations, we can be able to support our kids. We can be able to give them the best that they require in their studies. Another thing I want to mention about our secondary school. Secondary school, actually, na mentioned it a few years back. Karena arko Somalia Chesamish boys. Karena fungire school, I used to come home. Karena gachireka, na karolide na kie progress ya bana funsi again reta sekenyoro geito. I was quite impressed. Not last month, emetienyi mekeiga kuchimaega na tari school nkanyoranga standards chirichiarenge 2010. The mean yerikonyora baikire the 2010 is not there. So nakiuna kwebori kera rituke karongoraranga ingikera tosugume tonyara ko batogo achieve a mean yeri yare ngororo. So I'll work with the partners of the stakeholders of education to ensure that our kids have access to quality education as they promise to give us results. I'll be in consultation n'abarimu n'abanyakeombe erinde nyare ko ba link to those students erinde to ikirane amangana ya chisemi eyo namba ibere moko nyanchira ngenda namba isato allow me first ntevenga thank you so much as the donor urionyo ko bagagotwa amache urionyo bagagotwa amache ali asegeti geito gie primary but ebintu mbirororo a few things that wenera koru erinda amache nyare ko konya abantu asekenyoro giaito bono nakie kinakira kiego nsugumanga onye ndiri nanyore kiroge kyobo Secretary General erinda nanchengende ngisaransense gwetera se the powers chiri members barange. I can be in a good position to come up with a good proposal to seek donations from well-wishers erinda tunyara ko batogo konya kenyoro gento manye tengerina ki if we have good structures in place. Even our members can be in a good position actually to support us here in Tonyara Kobatogo Ikirani Kenyorogato, Kenyara Korabuya Mono, as a Chisemi Cheito, Nakeregen to Kikita Kiri. So Nakikinago Tevanga, Asanti Asa Machemwana, Takoba Mogo Toa, Oja Kenyorogato, Akini in Tombiro went Koru. Na Bikwana someone wege song singing John Naritora Nyara Kobatogo Sukamotwe. In consultation with members and other stakeholders, I will engage them in a positive way to acquire cleaning machine so that I'm not very sure nga a machine ya jete machari agasibi kubuya kaba tested akagende lab akacheck igunga na mayare for the consumption of our people. I'm not very sure. So from the health perspective, actually, in my duration in office, I'll push for that. Machari anyara ko bagago check igu arigere rigwaro nunga metals are they well are they safe for the consumption of our people? For that, I'll be doing while I'll be in office to ensure that yabantu baito anyora machari clean for the safety of the people. Number two, I will also, in consultation with the members and the leaders who will be elected into office, I will be mstari wa mbele tonyo arako batukori kitorone mata machari bado nturanyono ni chitangi toko chinyabeka. So if we can get 50,000 liters tanks, we can be in a good position actually go kora again take ya go chase a community yaito. Again tokeni gya gatatu, solar panels. When you talk about solar panels, you talk about solar batteries. Those are the things I also I'll be looking at. Nga tonyora machari anyara ko pumped. None kero bwana Joseph asati keraga kariga Nairobi kero mamu mwabaka mutiya machina ikaka na yako igubu yako tebanga kai abana mwakore gentekia nanchina ikere ira machi kero dio isaransi tekari ga umongina Florence nere ben awago tinga tata machi nanyo rero nkubuche kurwege tyachoga natinanche ukuna kukugani kwa nenga ki abangina bali baye kwa machi banyare ko bagutumia buya. We should give them safe and secure water. Ngoi wigente tanga na cha kerangelina ki to hakikishe nga the water is clean and safe for the consumption of our people. Also, I'll look at water distribution. I'm looking at a position whereby if I can be able to give, for example, I have approximation of 2-kilometer pipes. If I can be able to give my 10 let me say like I can be in a good position to give even 200 meters pipes for this piping of this water. That is a kind of donation to the people. But how can I be able to this aspiration I have of 200 kilometers? One is by coming up with a working strategy on how I can be able to get enough donations from members and well-wishers. Well-wishers here, I'm talking about the leaders. It's not all about fighting them. It's all about talking to them. We talk to him, we tell him, 1 kilometer, we only need 1 kilometer from you for the people. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for abantu banyora machare very clean and at their doorsteps. Chiskuru chiaito. Once you have a good clean water to our people, people can be in a good position actually. Results will just come. Kwenye abana bawe tatuwe school ekara mwana go ike school kwanyora maji tayo school kwanyora wawe mugiti bako genda ruche. You know, that is wasting time. If we can give them clean and safe water, those students will maximize their time. They'll be in a good position to give us results. Let's not demand results, but let's give them ample working ground so that they can give us results. And I can say a welfare yaito. Again, Togiakane, go touch son on development. You know, we came up with a memorandum, we petitioned, what will prevent us to have constant communication with our leaders to give us more development to our community? I want to be counted. I want to sit with them in that table to negotiate for the people of Manga Morocco diaspora so that we can be able okonyora noine chae kero motorite chae ire tundbari egari egweta ngora emuki chae ire tundbari ya ire factory. And those are the things that will make our community to grow very fast. As someone wega songo bako tebanga growing fast community development takes the center most. For instance, if you know, I was surprised in Anyaisa they have a dispensary and we don't have a dispensary. To our sub-county hospital. But you see, it is their right to get services korukaga. Kerama nyorre services korwa se kenyoro se itoka, it will be in a good position actually. Ekanone karako na uchimangali okonyoro ora udumiru tarikumia mono kaga wikamanga. So I'm looking at a position in which when I'll be a Secretary General, I'll be in a good position actually to push our leaders so that we have social amenities close to the people. Social development of our community, it will take the centermost of my heart. Everything nabagego nyarekana ekerotora nyareko batokubwata naso bwamo. If for instance tokotebanga negeitagie school tokorosi, we should be in a good position actually to speak the same volume that we are going to do this. Onye tokotebanga now we are going for a dispensary ekartuarikira that petition and we are petitioning our leaders that we have these members get the services close to them. It will be adoption of the welfare agenda. Tebanga ne adoption yo mwana omyogo but yebe adoption ye kiombe kia diaspora. The only thing that I require from you is only cooperation and the unity, and we'll work together in the right way. In any other developing community, again, when you talk about development of the institution, development of denominational churches, I'm talking about chikanisa cheito, chikuru cheito. What are we supposed to do for them? You know, ekanisa no tutwara abana abange bako batari kogenda kanisa nabokonyora abandi bachakire goswa amarume. How can we curb that? We can curb that by empowering our churches so that they can be able to train our kids the right way. Kanaro kine gendo keto abgata ari morake se kanisa. I don't know whether you have ever come up seen it. Kiara ko kung vacational training. Vacational training actually we used to have it. The institutions chikanise chicheito na chichiragere chikorega asie nyinge mono ase ebinyoro byaito erinde tunyara ko batogotwara abantu babwate obongencho buya bakora ebintu byabo in the right way, having good morals ase kenyoro byaito. Kero muntu akogena ne se kanisa. We support our churches. Our churches are there to develop. Also, we should come in a hand actually to support them. Tobakonye, but to have good structures in place so that at least bagenda kunya gokonye kenyorogeito as chigas chabo chingi bagokora. I think that is my fourth point. Now I want to impress the last point of technology. I want to say thank you so much again. Ekiagera mwaite bintu ebinge mbirenje ntamanyeti konye tima etinga na nchina bongo isaranza muone iga abantu bandigeri ku YouTube, abantu bandigeri ku Facebook, so that when now I'm advising them, when I'm now giving them my visions about the group, they can be able to listen to me. Let's embrace this technology. Why embrace technology? Is because it's a way of us meeting. For example, today I'm meeting with Bernard on this meeting. I was supposed to meet with Zachary on the same platform. It means that esengencho ye ogo kinoko waito we amangana ya social media. That's why a membership yaitera at 268. What shall I do to increase the membership? One, I shall embrace technology. Embracing technology, it means that for instance, totebenga mumro minto Bernard nata kire wakana ebe seri ebe kire ase kiombe. For example, totebuna poni gato wakana cultural day, which is 500 shillings. Ndigereri records ndorenga Bernard ajatoa pesa. The first thing I'll do is to have a conversation with him, to remind, to give a reminder. As a secretary, actually, you have to remind people to do what they are supposed to do, to remind people to keep their records in order. So I want to finish, because of time, I want to finish by now talking about now your Secretary General. your Secretary General number 1 nindende ekatiba yaino yekiombe, unless and otherwise that there is a section that has to be amended and in the laid procedures of yekiombe. That is one thing I'll do to ensure that ekiombe geitu giasukire motu mono nande kiabeire ekiansu mono. Namba ibere mune Secretary General yaino, I'll not do anything without consulting the leaders that you'll be electing into office. Era simamba consulti manye nganchira kitoko kore gento gete erinde tunyara ko batoko ikerania kirigita kirgo ikerani gwase ekiombe geito. And also I'll ensure that I'll be your lawyer in terms of your rights must be respected. After your rights have been respected, actually, I'll also ensure that the privileges that are set by the Constitution are upheld. Yani, only for instance, a member has been osireri gunu mwanchi obo kiriamwe netako baga okenyora in the right time so that we can condole together with the family. A minute, please. Allow me to receive something here. Hello. Boy, review modikoni. Tevango. I'm coming back to you. I know you are.
Aba minto narile togendete kotegerera yo minto bunago totebia tigangara kore simi yegerende tumakoro tomoirani pap go be patient for the interruption. I think you're called and tigatomoirani bono.
Asante sana. Ben, I told you I'm supposed to be in Nakuru, but this thing in Chonganchi take Ombe. That's why I'm in Nairobi. I'm supposed to travel early in the morning, so that's why they are in constant communication. They really want to know at what time I'll be in Nakuru. So, Bono, ekero na akorire you actually those ebin to be set in the constitution. If for instance you the ekyombege kotebang nyagita mwente konyora when this happens you need to get this, you need to get this, I'll ensure that that happens. And if there is an amendment that is coming up, I'll be in a good position actually to ensure that members there is something that needs to be amended in our constitution. I can be open to them, they can give a communication and they can give it in writing so that we can proceed to have it amended if need be. Yani onyoko gani korororo. Again tokende na yara kwa inkoramne Secretary General ya inobono I will be in a good position actually to advocate for registration process and ensure the group is legal abiding. What does I mean here? The leadership which has been in office actually, it has been going through a lot in terms of registering the welfare. There's a time I felt like I really need to step in so that I can assist them to have it being registered. But then they were unable to do it. And I feel like that is one gap. I really need to come in so that we can ease the process. We can assist each other so that none kero registered actually. None kero poko kora mangana ito kanone kero toko koring and toko giving this when we submitted our petition. When you submit your petition to these leaders who are in office, registered and it is abiding by the law. They see you as a legal group that has not come to politicize the situation, but to assist the community. Another petition when you are coming up with a formula that you really want to work with the government, yani, there is that respect that comes with it. So that is what I want to do as your Secretary General. Believe me, in my 30 days, the process will begin. And I'm so hopeful, not more than 6 months, the group will be registered. Believe me on that. As your Secretary General again, you know, the Secretary General has all the information, has all your information concerning your family, concerning your beneficiary, concerning all those items that really needs to be captured under the Constitution. Believe me, I'll treat your information with a lot much confidentiality, so that at least you can have trust in me that I will work with you to ensure that your family information has been of much more uh, privacy. Wono tigangi kirabwo aina arambwata asumu ase butuko bwa rero. I know we have made progress bune kiombe geito twakorera mang'ana mange sana ase obwamo bwaito na kiki kiabete gegonsuguma sana erinde nyare kogenderera obuya obu bwa ekiombe geito ngesugume motu ndete a new blood into the board of management tosuke motu so that we can be able to give back to our community. Na yero you kambwate. And thank you so much for having time. Thank you for listening to me. Ekiagera ninwe mogo chora barai. And ninu mogo tebanga onye king saine kogendo burayi obo na umoko ngamagoro erinde nyare ko bagingo bakorere gasi no moyo ne bwonsi erinde tunyare ko batugwikirania ayo to begete buna ase kiombe geito nyasaye tigaba seseni nara yuko mbwata ase butko bware. Asante sana.
Mbia muno yo minto pifoni ase presentation kwa nyare go gotoa so butuko bwa rero kamura aba minto ingeta geke yemo. Okay, mbia muno pifoni na inde tigangire chinga checho congratulate ase chipoint wato ile 5 point agenda mkaite nga members more online mwanyare moko motegerera very keenly na nyare ka gotoeresa na inche nengo baira linge yamana singa jobo lemereria na renga separa lakini na ikirese destination ya sanare goika na in the house. I'm now comfortable, I'm safe. My take a travel or in the car, which is a moving car. Sometimes challenges in each, but the grace of God has been upon me and my driver, so we are safe in our destination. As I go on, I mean to Moligere Moroni pod, the Gangri Chinga Kiechi, Kuchuko Igor Anse Mayama Bolio, Egere Kuruase Amaereso Yominto Anyarega Koba. Asigasi hata gete momoe kia bono yuarete boss maigure mwamo ine interview achire obaira mangana aya. Now you need to ask questions, and before I think you grip in the position of giving them the answers as far as to their satisfactory. Hekiara, these are your bosses. Remember,
Asante sana.
you need to convince them. As I go, without a further ado, let me go straight to the question section. Aba minto naende na talk about ngaki. You have to post your question. Type your question.
I can see one question here, and I'm very ready to answer.
Just if you can see it, you click it.
Yes.
It comes to the pop. It can pop to the
No,
screen.
I'm actually using the phone in terms of reading. I can't know how I can.
Oh, if you are
here.
using a phone, you can. Okay, let me do it for you.
All right.
Maybe you tell me which question have you seen? I can see it over
I've
here.
seen for Evans, our chair.
Okay, Evans is watching from Amnesty Lodge. I think that's not the question.
No, the question is there. I love your presentation. The one that starts with that.
Let me scroll maybe. Okay. Let me bring it to the screen. You can read it then.
I love your presentation, Doctor. Have you served in any position of leadership of any group at the village or otherwise? Kindly shed some light on this and, if possible, give referrals. Asante sana, aseri swali elio. Yes, I can say I've served as a leader, but not at the village level. Currently, I've served in many welfares. I want to start by my journey in terms of from where I have been holding positions, and I hold positions. In our current alumni group, I'm the advisor. You know, I used Karnaringe University, I used to be their chairman. The university, I didn't want to involve myself in terms of leadership again. I really wanted to take a technical bench and advise people on how they are supposed to run the association. Actually, we have a registered association as an association of 78 members, whereby I'm their advisor. Having served them as their chairman from college, I served them as their secretary general from college. I really didn't want to involve myself as a Wenska. So I took a technical bench. I'm the advisor. At college, I used to lead students. I was their chairman. There's a time I actually served as their chairman, secretary of electioning period. That was in the year 2016. And it was an achievement, a plus for me actually, that really gave me the leadership qualities that I possess today. Another thing in Nairobi actually, I'm leading my church in terms of their spiritual empowerment. I take care of their welfare at church. And at the same time, actually, I'm the assistant deacon. That's why so I'll be leaving here tomorrow. We have been working like that all along. In the village, actually, I don't have any active role. I think now I'm equally ready to work in this welfare, which is village based. So nakigego nsukuma kabisa ili nenyara kwa bagingo kolera abantu gasi. Kati tunamwira ni in the right way.
Ambi yamono daktari in case chairman Bwana Evans onye kobwate ni further go taite kugendera konyora more clarification, you can still ask a
We
question.
can move to Haron.
Okay.
Yes.
You can read it.
Thanks for your presentation. My first question is, what exactly the current office of the Secretary General has failed to deliver that you feel if you are given opportunity you will deliver? Asante sana. You know, Harun, I want to address you personally. That in any growing welfare, bune ya ito ya manga morako, you will appreciate that the current leadership that is the first thing. I can appreciating that they have done a great job in office. Then you can be able to now look at what they have not been a good position to do. Onye one take a point yani ntangani eyarenga mangana unity. Na chakira kotebanga wetera say chairman ye to Mr. Evans Muchache. Eke ombe kigie ito kyanyale kabage yoikirania obwamma tobwobuya lakini to some extent tibaranyara koba bawikerania buno kulingana na kuona yangu ekiagera ekero okorigereri buya in the recent past we have been having differences as a group. I've never seen the secretary coming out boldly so that to say this is wrong, this is correct, this is how we are supposed to do things, this is how we should advocate for this. I remember there's a time engwana ya nyari bagekororokana embe as a group yogo chechelia umugaka Stephen Nyanduaro. And I want to state it very clearly. I never saw him coming out boldly and say, no, twende upande huu. So to me, he failed to an extent whereby na chiteko take initiative to call you personally. Tukakwana at length. Tukakwana no Mauricia at length. And we made things working. But you know, that time I was just a mere member. So I really felt like being a secretary general, even as a group, you can stand firm and say this is not correct, this is correct, this is what we are supposed to do, this is what we are not supposed to do. By so doing, actually, we have that unity as a Kiombegator. Number 2, development. It's not all about koimukia magena go kore mapara gokora gento gete and here and there will bring development as a Kinyorogator. In one way or another, as the Secretary General, looking at the memorandum that the members of Morocco and Manga diaspora will be in a good position to sign, I'll abide with it. Nkore kulingana na venye members bakorotaki batagete. I'll not add or subtract what they really don't like to do. So to me, being a Secretary General, you should stand firm. You should ensure that you have the interest of all members at heart and drive them in the right position. Oh no, the only thing that I can categorically say that our Secretary General has never been in a good position, Gokora, standing firm, giving decisions which are not divisive, giving decisions that will move us forward, giving decisions. I think that one alone. Go work resi mambina ko tebi ndugu ngakyoga enderete na kyoro chega togokora abana bari mbaite tamate ngakyoro je togokora yani ubwerera ni ubuya ubuororo obwo na bwoko gera bokore kintu kike potosuki motu. Number 2, I've remembered it very correctly. Once you are serving in office, you should be having the interest of people at heart. If, for instance, for example, I'm now elected today as the Secretary General of Ekiombe, I should not take sides in terms of the decisions that are being made. I should not be having, for example, there are people who love Raila and there are people who love Ruto. So you really need to, this is not a political office, it is a welfare office, whereby Ruto, you should do what he really likes you to do as the office dictates. No, yo anjite Raila, nere wakikishe nga rights here catered for. That's what I'll be in a position to do. Okay, for me, I feel like the secretary has not been in a good position to give the best in terms of that. And I really feel like this is now the opportunity for me to be an icon for unity. As I want to Manga na Morocco.
Okay, thank you, Pifon. Before I continue with the questions are coming in big number. Litangani, I have to request you in front of our camera, try to pin the middle, toko move to toko halfway. Thank you. Number two, I want to make a quick follow-up with, from the point you have just explained. Nairanira constitution because I want to make things straight. Naigure kwa Rute Amakindi, which has the current secretary, asa failed. Kwa example, Kyomogako Yomo, Kere Mangana Chita say board, a secretary take a responsibility to come things. Lakini it looks like the office you are seeking for, tima ito se kuno manyete ngia constitution yerwete the roles of a secretary. Tigango somera vega quick from there. Onye ko tuara utumie that opportunity maybe ko reassess your arrest egero make matters to be straightforward. Tiganso omega ega ndify office secretary ne constitution yago teba chirol che secretary. Number one shall be the secretary of the welfare and keeps all welfare files and records. Number two shall keep minutes and records of all meetings. Number three shall keep the welfare black book. Number four shall submit all minutes and records of the previous meetings to the committee members before the next board committee meeting or general meetings. Number five shall notify all members of all scheduled general meetings. Number six shall be the signatory of the welfare bank account. Number seven shall attend all board meetings. And number eight, the assistant secretary shall assume all the duties of the secretary in the secretary's absence.
Asante sana.
Give me a second. Now let me go to the office of the administrator. Okay, number one, the roles of the administrator shall be the official administrator of the welfare social gatherings and social media platforms. Two, shall announce welfare official communication to members and make sure each member receives the communication by the quickest and fastest means possible. Number three, shall attend all board meetings. And number four, assistant administrator do all duties of the administrator in his or absence. Now, between the two officials, who do you think I need you to clarify? Who was in the right position or roles to maintain order and peace in our platform or in our social media platforms? Is it the secretary or the administrator?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. There is I don't know when Ekaratogo Soma, we have various laws that we have. We have those laws. Chirichigo to guide Kurwase constitution. Yes, they are there. Okay, but there are those laws that comes by the. You see, for instance, some laws, some communication you can make to the people in terms of safeguarding the unity of our people. Okay, chairman, one, are we together? The chairman, the secretary shall. These are two important offices. Okay. If you see, for instance, somebody who is supposed to have done something has not done it, what do? Then you remind that person to do. Okay.
Yes.
And if it is taking long for me as the Secretary General to advise the administrator to give dispensation of what is supposed to be done, na hajafanya, what do? Do you just sit down and say, oh, it is for the administrator? You just stand in, because number one, you are holding a powerful office. Actually, when you look at the Secretary General and you look at the chairman is most powerful than even the chairman in terms of the decisions to make. So yeye mwenyewe wakati aliona hiyo imeenda hivyo, angeambia administrator, we unalala, do communication, calm this, do that. It means that he never did that, and therefore for him, he will have come out boldly and stop the argument which was in the group, and to be in a good position actually to foster our unity. I think since that time the unity has degraded, has gone down. Imekuwa eko na kutrumboka tu. You get?
Okay, thank you.
So
Thank you for your
we should
response.
be having
Because of
somebody who is
time,
very sharp.
yeah.
When
Because of
when
time,
when one leader fails here, you remind him to do this. Okay? When he
thank you.
fails
Thank
this,
you.
you
Thank you.
you be very quick.
Okay, let's move to the next question. You can read it on the screen.
David, when some members are against a certain implementation, let's say 53 members against 268 membership, will you handle this bearing in mind our constitution is supreme? You see, these are the things I was saying. That, for instance, for me to make a decision, I'm not the one who is supposed to make a decision. Board, when you look at our constitution, actually, our board is being constituted with the 17 members. And for quorum, it is supposed to be 12. And between these 12 people, there is a decision that has to be made. Okay? Let me say by saying that 7 members have voted yes, and 5 have voted no. What do? You shelve your interest. You shelve your interest and you go with the majority vote. It's simple like that. And you move forward. And these people, the 5 people, are advised not to scatter the unity of our members. Again, if members have agreed to do something, let's say, for instance, they have agreed school, to be very precise, and you have a different opinion, if members have adopted it as a project year welfare, give members a ample time to do that which is supposed to be done. Be part of it. Be part of it for the unity of our people.
Okay, let's move next. I will not read compliments. I will jump compliments and go straight to questions. Let me go to Alon.
I think that one you have already answered for Harold. The one on administrator and that of the secretary. The roles are there, but the chairman and the secretary general should keep the unity of our people. That's why not even the administrator has not done what is supposed to be done. You step in quickly to assist the people so that we can maintain the people. I'm looking at a point whereby this membership, a point in which we can be able to raise our membership to even 400. And how are we going to raise this membership to 400 is by having our units together. Hakuna uchanja ingine.
Okay, read your question ya Alon iko kwa screen, alafu.
Question number 2, on point number 2 and number 3, that has made you not to present any bill to the board to being a full member of the welfare for any amendment could see us achieve something. I don't understand the question. What he meant actually.
Okay, maybe Alon, you will post the question again. Let's move. There's also another question. Let me see if this one makes sense. It's there on the screen.
That one already, you have already answered it correctly, and we have discussed already.
Okay. Questions,
unless if we need another clarification. As they are preparing other questions, actually, I have one point to make about the last expense. Ben, I'm looking at myself in the position I am today. We have members, around 268 members. What can we do for this last expense? I believe we have not done what we really need to do. I believe there is some sections on that needs to be to be amended, rather. For instance, I don't know whether somebody has done any bill towards that. I remember when we lost Opio, we had the same amount being given to our members, which is 95,000. So I'm looking to a point in life whereby somebody will come up so that we can be in full force. We can be in a good position actually to amend that section. And before we do that, actually, I want to state this, Ben. My being God blesses us in different ways. If I give my 5 shillings within my ability and from the heart, God blesses it in the mighty way. Ekiagera, I believe like we have a lot to do as a group. No ene mangana ya last expense. Bono inkira tutange nto twara no ene basi ya itari kenyoro. Liba gatoko anda ya kara monta asirire twagenda ngane chi has toko chikorigi nini. We can even as a kiombe because we have last expense program. Abatoko we can in years to come we can also think of owning even a house for the group. We can also think of having a bus for our school. Well, no, onyenya isabaye to a bus. Morake secondary in Barae. What can we do? We can even give them a fund. Yeah, but you know, these contests, Nadia Banabako motivated to give us results. So those are the things that I really want to bring on board being a Secretary General, actually. We can have a conversation. We have resources and we can channel those resources and get to what we really need.
Okay, let's see if Alon framed the question the way we can understand it. You can read it.
Actually, I'm waiting too.
Yeah, there is a question from Alon. Maybe he has put it in the
Yes.
right way.
Remember, our welfare constitution is supreme. Hence, you, as the secretary, can't assume other officers' roles and take them as your roles. I've not said that I'll take these roles of the admin. What I'm trying to say is that to calm the situation in the group, and maybe, I'm online by that time when that is happening. Only online, Ben. By the time you are expecting me to react to that, ipatikane kwamba hata siyuko, you get. But once you have seen it, communicate to your leaders. But even like do it this way, do it that way. Lakini kwa Konyoranga is not online maybe because of network issues. As the chair, as the secretary general, you move forward and do the communication for the unity of our people.
Okay, still it's question. I just follow in the order they come. That's why you see Alon coming now and again because I follow the order they come. Continue with the Alon again.
Doctor, I remember I was the one who was involved in the case of Stephen. That is correct. But the office of the secretary came out condemning the same. Why do you lie in the daylight that the office never acted over the same? Haron hajanielewa. He's not getting. I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but he did it. Wakati watu joto imefanya nini? Imepanda. I remember very well, if you really follow the conversation, I think I was the first person to condemn it, then before he came in that time. Because I was online and I thought this is not right. This is supposed to be done this way. I even took an initiative. Ya kuambia Aaron, what you have done is not the right thing. So kindly delete. Na ako delete. So those are the challenges I faced while handling that.
Okay, let's go next.
I'm not objecting. I'm not objecting, but I really want to believe that the decisions of the Secretary General should be impartial, not divisive. Unajua, that time actually, I don't know whether you have seen anyway, but that one is communication that I've already done. That when you are holding an office, you should not be political in any nature, because the moment you become political, you will not see the other side of the coin.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree, Daktari. There is also another one from Chairman. You can read it aloud, Daktari.
Yeah. When we had the crisis, Doctor, I personally called Harun and Nyandwaro over the same issue. Yes, you called them. I am not objecting. Even when we had a conversation with the elder, actually he acknowledged, and I remember very well, Mr. Mochache, after after I had written that conversation, I think your next text was the one that really calmed everything down. So tunashukuru sana kiagara gwachete text. I think you were the first person to text actually, and then the situation was okay. That's a congrats. It's okay.
I don't see any question. Members, we have 15 minutes left. Okay, Asanyo is here with a question.
We have a GET project ongoing for months now. Have you personally contributed or as a member? What have you done on the same to make the project to success? Thank you so much for your question, Bwana Vice Chair. I think I really want to be very honest on this point that when the GET project was doing rounds, actually, we had some cases going on. I remember that time actually we had a case for a needy student. We had Eric on board. That time actually we had around 3 cases going concurrently. So I think because and again because we didn't have a deadline for the GET project actually, I'm still purposing to give my contribution to the GET. So
Thank you.
it is because it has no deadline. I had to solve other cases that we have for the purposes of record. Treasurer knows that I have around I handle around 2 accounts. So at times it becomes an hefty thing for me to do. But I know is that with going forward, my contribution for the GET will come in.
Thank you. Alon is back again. I'm following the order the questions are coming. Read it aloud, please.
As the Secretary General, remember welfare has been in notes in terms of social class have prepared to solve this problem. And that's, thank you so much, Aaron. My first point of unity, actually, I'm going to share. Let me, I don't know, can you share for me some leaflet here? Is it possible?
Which leaflet?
The one I've sent you on your WhatsApp.
Let me see.
Just to share it here so that we can go together with the Harun.
I don't think I can connect it through WhatsApp because it's a process. I have to download it into my files. It will take some time. Maybe if you can send the leaflet to Alon himself, maybe.
Yeah, the first point actually, if you can look at that, I've shared it to the group also. I've shared to the group of Manga Morocco.
Just put it on the welfare. No, the group WhatsApp. I see the first point is unity.
Unity. So when I was talking about unity, actually, I talked about the old and the young. I'm going to be an icon of unity to ensure that I am going to bridge to give a bridge between the old and the young, so that we can go in harmony. I've realized one thing with our group that there is that bit of that Harun has touched. I don't know why he calls it social class, but just call it the old and the young. So I'm going to act as an icon for that unity, so that if, for instance, we agree that we are going to do something together, it should cut across. not discriminating that this is the young person, this is the old person. So tugue tukifanya sisi wote pamoja, na hiyo itatusaidia katika maisha yetu, by the way, na tutaendelea mbele kabisa.
Okay, thank you, Tagdali. I don't see any question other than Aloni. I don't know if I post your Rust because it's the only question appearing. Let me bring it on board.
I've shared actually my 4 points. The last point on technology and embracing the membership, how to increase membership. I'll do it separately when I have time, because that is a point that
Okay. Can you
generated.
read the message from Aaron? Then we move forward.
I rest my case. Let the honorable members decide by deciding, guided by our constitution. That is a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see any question. We are about to give Daktari a few minutes to give us his parting message. And before that, onye kolega abuko igwete liboli ndrororo utagete koboria. Please bring the question. Post your question. We have 9 more minutes to go. Any more question? Any more question? Okay, let me take this time to read some comments, some complimentaries. I think, I don't know if it's a compliment. Daktari, you can read it. That is from Irene 1.
Nimeona. That's why I don't want to use that. Nobody is poor, nobody is rich. The unit of purpose still remains my core drive mode. But what I want to tell people is that ekartu abwatranira asobwamo ando buja bwa constitution yaito actually ngotoere the minimum eyuere thing chimisano. So ekaroko ruchinge chao chimisano ndo ruchimisano who has been blessed with more na ruwe chiara akoru, we can be in a good position actually to move forward like that. Tokonye aba ko tubari baitu barasi kenyoro. So it's a good thing, and I'll be guided by that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Go ahead.
Maybe I give my last shot.
Wait, hold on. I will give you a chance. I have 3 minutes waiting for the last question. Ntobasira koteabanga twasiekerere twe ntobole timabolio mwiwe presentation ya daktari the 5-point agenda tinda igwo ndo kwenye polia gose ngakiko chikaba attainable ekiara naona tagetemo motegerera need you to listen him and then ask questions from this presentation. But majority of our questions have come from a topic which was not discussed, but saying engage this general kumanya mangana yenga kiago chiko tora. So that's why we accepted any type of question from integrity, from everything. I say you got into the question. Okay, let me take this time daktari kokoali baga for the next 5 minutes. Also you are rust, anything which has come into your mind mepiota kwana. You can put it. Egere tumakura tusieke meeting yeri tuko debate yeri tuko rero. So go daktari, the opportunity is yours.
Thank you so much. Tigangire libage nande kuba kwani mwensi ngambye mure. Ngagerete bono ase ebinto birinanyare ko baginko batebye ebinanyare ko baginko bakorera ase oburayi bwane obungosaba munyare ko mukumbwatesia ase chitariki 27 chiomotienyi oyo iga ninde nokwegena ng'a ntonyare ko batugusukamo. We will make steps together, we achieve together. Ase omononde bagoteba ng'a inawezekana kwamba ebinto ebi nanyare ko baginko batebi kera nachaka ngoteba unity nacha ase amang'ana ya amasomo aito ya abana baito namanya gochasa egento kende tokoroka ng'a amache narigereria sana narora ng'a mache aya nyare koba bagabikera abaibori baito banyare koba bakoyatumia buya aikere chisukuru chiaito aikere chikanisa chiaito tonyare koba togosuka ase obwamo kuhakikisha ng'a kera omonto onyare koba gakoewa amache amaya aywo are amarabu anyare koba gakotumekwa ase enchera engiya. Egento gia gatato nanyara koba ngokwanera amang'ana ya echipara chiaito ng'a togendere kobwaterana iga ase obwamo bwaito tonyare koba togosuka ase obwamo erinde tonyare koba togoikera amagenderero ase chinyagitari chiaito ase chitundubari chiaito toigore chipara chiaito chibe chingiya nonye ekero okogenda naye aria ase ekenyoro togotiga egari iringa gwatara na okogorochika nonye ekero okogenda botuko omanyete ng'a utafika salama. Aywo naro amagania ane ng'a ekero nabeire secretary general I'll work with other leaders to bargain for development ya ekenyoro giaito. Ase obwororo obwo naende ekero narigereria ase amang'ana aya ya technology eywo ere ase epoint yane ya gatano ekero narigereria amang'ana ya technology omanyete nonye ekeombeko twagechagete ase eng'encho ya WhatsApp. Ase eng'encho ya WhatsApp actually we were enabled to encompass 268 members. I remember very well we have been having this welfare from time and memorial. But when we started it, actually, ekero twachete kokere 5, I was one of the members who was present. Naende tokanyara koba tokobeka ebirengari biaito ase obwamo. Ase obosero obwo kobasaba mombwatesie tonyare koba togotenena ase obwamo ase chitariki 27 motenene maega yane tonyare koba togoaka chikura ase obuya erinde tonyare konya tokonyora secretary general yaito tagete ase ekiombe giaito. I assure members that by enhancing technology we can be able to reach many people. We can be able to ensure that the rights and the privileges of our people are met. And above all, Nyasaye tiga abaseseni ninde amo nainwe ninyare koba gingotenena amo nainwe nyare koba gingohakikisha kwamba the general objective ye kiombeke giaito eywo ere the unity twanyare koba tokoyekera timbwati bwoba I'm approachable. I can be able to approach the old. I can be able to approach the young generation that is growing so that at least we can grow together. Aina kuosemeri kwaneng'a tonyare koba togotenena ase obwamo motenena amo na inche engaki eywo ekero egoika chitariki 27 chibweka omonyene nonga akaragia ase ekenyoro tokore amang'ana cultural tosoa amang'ana ya AGM tonyare koba tokobeka ekiombe giaito ase omostari obwenerete koba nogosaba kwane ng'a tomisia kiagera gokomisia ororo aria ase ekenyoro ekero togwaka ekura eye yaito nario torasuke moto. And I want to assure you members that I'll do all that appertains to the roles of being a Secretary General, and I'll bring in the changes that you require, the changes that you have been desiring to achieve, including the amendment that you have been advocating for. I'll be in a good position actually to keep your records with a lot much confidentiality, with a lot much professionalism that is required to ensure that we move to the next level. Nonde amo nainwe aso obwororo obwo nkobasaba ekura yaino tonyare koba togoshirikiana pamoja na Nyasaye anyare koba agotenena amo naintwe. Abarai bari baito bare obisi bono iga nkobatakera nawatakia mazuri sana. Mwaturusire from scratch. Now we have a constitution, we have a well formulated structure. Tukwate ebintu ebingi ase ekiombeke giaito. Najivunia kuwa mwanachama wa chama chetu cha Manga Muraako Diaspora Welfare Association. Looking forward to work with you to ensure that we have much more ambitious things that we really need to acquire. Bwata okoboko kino omwana ino ande ninde ready kubakorera egasi. Nyasaye tikabasesene. Asante sana. Bye.
What a Daktari, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Abaminto amwanyorera opportunity yogojoinia online meeting ya lero. You have heard all from the horse's mouth. Obaire agenda yaye, obaire aspiration yaye, obaire a dream yaye ase kiombe gito. Bono, it is upon you. Digest what he has told you, including me. From there on the 27th, we go and do voting. We do a democratic vote. We elect the best. Ase igo to take 1.5 hours muno mupango itolengo. Igo ntoko chikoenderera further. Tigatokore interview yeito gaiga. Ase igo
Amayuka ngobatakira amayuka. Obororo.
Unity na raf. Unity and raf.
Nabali bakorigyo burayi bunanje. Amayuka burayi obuya tuborigi buya. Tokorera abantu egasi. Egento kya muhimu kufanyia kwa watu kazi. Asante.
Abaminto omochi kong'abera nchiko extend kitageka isano choka. Ikiare meeting yawe ndako era 30 na 30 yani ile nsa ya munenus lakini ya chairman ya electoral commission narua recommendation ninga we had 2 leaders bali bakole kwenda ba step down onye kunyarikana baegu each 3 minutes egere na baru bachegaiga bakwani batokwanye na gotoa nkiki any message baratware gaso yo minto Bernard Manu. Bernard Manu, I don't know if you are still watching. Kiara na korangwaswa. Bernard Manu, I'm sending a link to you. Na huyo minto Evans Yasanyo. I need you to join each more 3 minutes. Egera tuseke meeting yobo tukubwa lero. Bernard Manu, check on your WhatsApp. I've just sent a link to you. Bernard Manu, there is a link on your inbox. Na Evans Yasanyo, na the same, there is a link in your inbox. Please do us a favor. Egere, you join our live stream. Bernard Manu and Evans Yasanyo, check your WhatsApp, your inboxes. I've sent you a link. We need you to join. Okay, Daktari yasenga njoto ndiko kokanya Bernard na Evans.
Yes.
In the next 1 minute. Kole campaign, whichever way you like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Toke ndiko baganya.
I think nakuwa nida mange nandi na nyara kwa wengo sabe kura. Timbu ati mange Aaron, I know you have a lot that you really need to engage me in terms of questions. But tirende gentona go saben kelina ki kwanza we have interacted a lot and we know each other. Tiangire nga kieje poni ngo sabe kura yago. Sengencho na ndo che liswandire kwa bodi nsanga ngwe bachamanga na mangi. Timatina raine bachire. Ande na raina tikalia. Ono Ogo sabakwane ngolina ki ase amaswali alikuwa nyara kwa kukumbuli asili tukolia lero kagere tunayaira ne in a good way and I'm ready to serve you. I'm ready to give you the best services that you really require in the next government, in the next leadership. Naonda monaye naende tutafanya kazi pamoja and all other members, all other leaders that are coming on board to be leaders for 2022 to 2025. Let's partner together. Let's work together. Let's deliver to the people. And those who are campaigning again, peaceful campaigns are the best thing that we can ever have. Nawatakia mazuri. And the leaders balimurobisi. Egasi yanone ngia mono. Mwakote egasi ngia and it was even my wish that we ensure that all things are in place before you leave office, but it seems that you have decided to give the mantle to the next leadership. We are ready to work from where you have left so that we can be able to move the association to the greater heights. Lakini
Okay.
kitu kia maana sana.
Thank you, Pifoni. Narode Bernard Manua also in the studio, but Bernard, there's one thing you need to do before you join. You have to connect your mic. Okay, Bernard Manua. Let me see if you can enter. I don't know, Bernard Manua, in one way or the other, we cannot see you. Bernard Manu, can you talk? Can you talk if you can hear your sound? Because
he has not allowed the camera.
Yeah, allow your camera, please, Ben.
Unfortunately, I'm being told that my browser is not admitting my camera. I'm still trying.
Okay.
Okay, I
What
think
we need to do. Thank you now, Bernard. You are here now.
Nakiendugu.
Mbiamono bwirire.
Wairire buya karibu sana. Kangabona no twakuruta rero tukuburia maswali kabisa.
Anyway, before let me now take you out of the studio. Giara, I want to akora ninaye. Let's wait your competitor. What he has. Then members will judge. Bernard, I had a special chairman electoral commission. He had a request for those members who are pre-qualified, but Banyara Gotoma Marube Goja said boarding they have stepped down. So on the please give them 3 minutes each. Again, anything they have. I say go Bernard, I welcome you. Tianko Edi Bageli Naye, Egero just 3 minutes, Egero Kwanie members were online, and Nayo to table or you are any message you wanted to share with us. Say go Bernard, take on.
Thank you, my brother Badad, all the way from the US. I'm sorry, Badompa around it Kanyomba. I'm still driving. In fact, I've had to park somewhere. I got minto. Gamngiri bageri kubakwania mwensi pimpi ya more. Una mwaika gotebigwa asamari etambana Manua nkurukwa uyu bwabere murako mate buriga nande buna mwaika gotebigwa icheno yomobo wa abari barwete their applications to contest in one of the positions yarenge admin and nabona bwate eganga enene sana yoko nyora libaga na inche koena na back to the community in forms of service. It's something that I've been so much keen on. There's a lot we've done. Okay, a few things we've done out there, and they are there to be seen. But having again done some considerations and consultations, and again, for one, I want to be on record, and again, because of that one sole person, my contestant, the person whom I was to fight this position against with, I want to proudly say that this one guy whom I've been admiring, the kind of time and devotion that he has given out to this welfare, he has been out there. He's given out a lot. In fact, to be sincere, out of the 200 plus members toward the welfare, it is going to be very hard for anyone to identify somebody who has devoted his time and resources to this welfare than more than that one Bernard Osoro. And it's because of that reason I decided on my own without any major undue influence to step back and support. Ikiagara, we need unity in this organ. I mean, this welfare. I'm for youth, and this unity can only be achieved if we have what people very ready go over their time, their resources, and furthermore, people in such positions like an administrator, a person who's a stickler to the rules. Most of welfare is because of biased application of rules and regulations. I'm happy, and I want to be on record to say that I admire the way this person, my able competitor, Bernard, has been administering. I am not fully aware the position he held from the previous regime. Lakini oise kurigere bonsi pia sabantu wali wago serve. I want to be on record to say that I admire the kind of figure about the say a welfare ito. He's one person who's ready and willing to support this welfare to succeed. On top of it, I want to urge our the people are to be elected now next. My one request to them is that Tutuare leaders very willing to be some open mind to accommodate different views. Kiagara, out of 200 plus members, we can never be able to think the same. So I expect people are willing and ready to accommodate one another. People are courageous. Abantu bare some thick skin, because 200 plus members, they once warago tenga yes. Some will be there to. I want also to say positively criticize where there is need to criticize. So tutware abantu bare ready and willing, abarai baitu bare ready and willing to be criticized positively, and where need, of course, action to be taken for people who may go beyond and become a nuisance to the rest of the team. Asa hiyo njetiganyire libageri kubakira mbiamono and kubakira pole sana, because having I want to say also here that Ekarona Arigo decided to contest. I was just alone. I made a clear mind and decision to contest. Having declared my intention to, and of which I withdrew, I want to say that I got several calls from very many quarters, some congratulating me. In fact, a majority was saying, yes, you've done the right thing. But also there are 1 or 2 guys, 3 also, no, you should have gone into the wire. I want to tell them, I'm sorry. I think I made the right decision as per me, and as for the welfare, I think I made the right decision. I want to support the team that will be coming in fully so that we can succeed. Tiga nkorerabu bakire mbiamono aseri baga abandarisi be platform we, it takes a lot of devotion and resources to organize such an event. Thank you.
Mbiamono Ben sing mangana kwato ira mono makoroba mangana maya mangana encouragement nande yokwaga check yombe. These are the messages chigo build your welfare, chigo build your society. Boygo yo minto Evan Sasanyo is watching through gadget ya Florence Kerubo, but unfortunately Timbo ati contacts Chef Florence, so there's no way I could be able to send a link through Florence Kerubo's gadget. I requested the number, but up to this time, Tinda nyore number yaye, I could have sent a link. So Evans, I'm sorry. I saying in ati, I don't know if somebody can help me out. I got nyore na Evans. I got into musiekera. Evans, please, might go say gadget yao nere on, tigantome link go say gadget yao, then from there you can send it to Florence, then in Florence's gadget, you can join in through that link. No, I'd already sent a link to Evans, your number. So check your number if your phone is on, then send that link to Florence's number. And then from Florence, you can click that link and join, please. Evans, I think we are taking a lot of time. Let's give you like 2 minutes waiting. We see if we can manage to connect to you. I get an eye or your last message. As I go about me, Dr. Evans. In case Kagoja will give him a opportunity to address, but then they get a the message here, Chairman. Thank you, Bernard Mano, for your sentiments. That's a message from the Chairman, Electoral Commissioner Yominto Enokogara. Say you go. Evans, I don't see Tindar Gogo join. Evans, we have taken 1 hour 46 minutes. Kego clock 50 minutes past 1 hour. We call it a day. Asiga baminto mwanya arimo gochoini obotuko bwa rero tigangira nende kubairana ng'ambi yamono as a commitment nimaitenga this thing it's costly gara you don't watch it free, you have to buy bundles egere chinyare kukuba nepo ko watch this live stream for this order for this length. Asigo tigangira chinga gichiko sieke meeting yemotuko bwa rero. Nabo iko kobatebi ngali tikolia mambia ntokabate naende another big one whereby the office of the treasurer or contestants will be here. Bonsi patato enyera banyari guchiko toera sana kro yomo nki abugate gose korra kwa inkoroki ase uburaibo bwekeombe keranyoreri bagerio chikoba official ase office ya treasurer. Nabo iko muna mwaigwa kura se chairman ya electoral board oyo minto oiba obwenda kabali tikolia rero oyo minto sakalia nere will get an opportunity igondo ili tikolia mambia will be short member teri chikonyora opportunity ne ya Dr. Minyoganyora rero singe njale ngere bweka. That's why all the time ya will be served for him, but for tomorrow as you know the schedule we have 4 people. Igo mambi to will be very few minutes each candidate. I will go. Igo yorega igo ndigerere tigo so watch it this live stream. Ora cha participate korea mambi. Please make your points. Be point chibe chinke kiagera ndochi konyara time chocho kwa egera kunyara ko to amanganao. Ase igo kwikira bono iga Evan stara nyara kagoswa in future keturanyore libaga abo tocha koma time hakwane. Asiga baminto tigatukorega iga tigamba kerembia mono nabo igo mutwaro botukobia bo igo mpaka litikolia ankyo mono tigabalende nande tocha tomirana in the same channel in the same press tigarabia nyasaba sesenia. Bye bye.